And we live.
And we are live.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. Of course, I'm your host, Spivey, and with me is...
The Black Fairy. Hi, guys.
We've been making a good number of videos for the day. Definitely go back and check them out. Check out her playlist, the Black Fairy playlist. We've
covered some very interesting topics. That's what
That
he wants
we
to say. And we have another very interesting topic for you again today, which is how, I shouldn't say how, but would you date a hoe / thought? And we're talking both of the male or female vernacular. So, because I personally don't have any experience on that, we're going to send it off to you. Would you date a hoe?
Okay. So, officially dating someone knowing that they're a hoe, I'll probably go with no.
I'm going to pause you only so that we describe somebody who is a hoe. Are we talking about a female who's just sexually free, or male who's, I don't even know if you can call it a male, because of society's terminology, it's hard to kind of denote that to a male. So I would say, for you, would you be able to date a female who is sexually free with herself?
So it's, well, no, I want to make sure I phrase it properly because I want to express my thoughts concisely. For someone who is free or liberated in their mindset, most likely I wouldn't have any issue with that. However, if I had the fear that she would fuck me, my friend, my homie, my cousin, and just keep running around town, like if we're thinking we're monogamous and she's sleeping around, that type of hoe, no. If she's somebody who already done slept with half the town, no. But if just because she's liberated, some people like to call those type of women hoes, and that type of woman I'm fine with. Someone who knows what they want. And so what if she's had several partners? If she's not smashing everybody just because you turn and say, oh, you cute. Oh, for real? Here come my pussy. Let's go. Like, there's women who do that.
There is that validation.
As soon as you tell them, oh, they pretty. Oh, well, shit, let's go to the back. Like, that type of woman I can't deal with. But, yeah, I could talk to somebody who has had a bit of a past. Hell, I've had a past, so it's really hypocritical for me to not say I couldn't deal with someone like that. Now, if they're still determined to be such or to continue smashing other people, no. Like for example, somebody who's poly. I could deal with somebody who's poly, but if they're trying to go and keep finding new guys like every other night or keep running to 5 or 6 guys, no. But if it's just like 2 or 3 of us, then I'm also going to have 2 or 3 on my side too. So that keeps things balanced and fair. So if, we're not kicking it tonight, cool. Go over here. No issue. You see what I'm saying? But if I'm sitting up here like, if she don't want to kick it tonight and then she's off with Billy, Bob, and John, I'd have a problem with that. You see what I'm saying?
I get it.
So you have no thoughts on dating somebody?
Well, for me, I guess I don't want to say it's necessarily different, but it is different as a female dating a male hoe or thought because, okay, as a female, we are raised to essentially believe that, we shouldn't be out there having sex. If we do have sex, it should be with the person we're committed to, monogamous relationships for life, And I feel like it's kind of a catch-22 for a lot of women because you tell these women, well, if you had sex with him once, you're supposed to stay with him for, the long run and take him as he is and blah, blah, blah. And that kind of traps a lot of women in these relationships that sometimes don't turn out to be healthy.
But I don't believe this younger generation is doing that. These millennials and Generation Z or whatever the hell it is now.
So for me, who's in my late 20s, I'm going to say it again, it was a little bit more different for us where they kind of, preach, no sex before marriage, or if you do have sex before marriage, you're supposed to stay with him, and they force you into these relationships that aren't healthy, as I said. On the flip side, though, you do have these girls who are essentially just having sex with anybody, right, where they're not doing it for themselves, per se, but they're doing it to become popular, and then I don't want to say it's the time that we're in because the times are changes, but essentially the view on it is looked down upon. So whereas where you have even in the different, time period that we are, where we're a lot more freer with sexual activities, you still have people who essentially, if a female goes out and has sex with 2 to 3 men, within a week, she's considered a hoe. Whereas you have males who, they'll have sex with 2 to 3 women in a week. They be like, hey, man, what you did last week? Yeah, I look at you, man. Hey, my brother, I look, yeah. And it's a difference of, that gender stereotype, essentially. So when I look at a male hoe, I'm considering somebody who's not going to be faithful. If I enter into a relationship with you, it has to be somebody who's going to be faithful to me. So I can't have, it's one thing if we're cut buddies, right? If we're cut buddies, we're just kicking it on the weekends or whenever, we call each other up, whatever. That's a completely different story. Then everything is on the table, essentially. We know when we want each other, what we want each other for, and there's a unsigned, unwritten contract that hopefully we are both mutually benefiting from this. But once we actually enter into a relationship where there's hopefully labels and titles involved and whatnot, and we're pursuing something deeper, then I'm not dealing with no hoe who think he about to be having Samantha, Chanel, and Situana, and on the side, and think he about to come back to the Black Ferry. Situana, because she a situation waiting to happen, all right? So I couldn't have that in my life, thinking as a partner that we can go forward. To be honest, though, I wouldn't even want him as a cut buddy because I have to think about my health, all right? So I feel... I don't want to say it's a male or female thing at this point, though. It's me. I'm like, no, my health is more important to me, where I don't know what you going out and doing. I can't tell you who to sleep with. I can't tell you who to wrap it up with. I can't tell you whatever. But if you trying to lay in the same bed with me, I need to know that my sheets are clean and dick I'm about to sit on is about to be clean, too. Because in the end of the day, the week after, I don't need to burn when I pee. I don't want nothing extra coming out of me. I'm sorry, I don't want to see it, right?
I agree completely.
So I think at that point for me, I don't mind if I have cut buddies and they do what they do, but I feel like I need to know where it's been, before I'm sorry, Atlanta is a hotbed. All right, it is a hotbed for STDs, and I just don't want no part of it. So it's harder for me to be able to say, would I date a hoe? I don't mind being free. Everybody is this, has the openness to be free sexually as they want to be. But if you just sleeping with every for the male it would be give me some
everything walking.
Anything walking with a vagina and a set of ovaries, right? Then I got an issue with that. I can't have that coming back to me. Because scientific notes, all right? A lot of these diseases that do hit don't affect males as they affect females the same way. So if a male gets gonorrhea, he kind of knows closer, or chlamydia, or whatever other STDs, he might know a lot sooner before the female might know. So then the female ends up getting scarred for life, essentially, because it causes inflammation and scarring of the tissues deeper inside her reproductive organs.
It can even make it where they can't have kids.
And it will make her sterile, and she will never know because she's never had signs of it until it's too late, and she's trying to figure out, 10 years down the line, why is it that I can't get pregnant with her now forever partner? And when she goes in, she finds out her fallopian tubes have been scarred beyond, usage, and because of the fact that she had sex with a guy 10 years ago who damaged her. So that's why I'm like, nah, you're not about to screw me up. It's just not happening. So I couldn't date a hoe. I'm like, bitch, please. Do you come with a shot of penicillin?
Now to be just as fair, as somebody who is a hoe could be 100% clean, whereas somebody who's only had one previous partner could have something.
You're absolutely right.
So there's no guarantee. However, statistically, you're way more likely to catch something from that hoe than that person with less partners.
That is the truth.
So that's something to be aware of.
So safe sex. Safe sex. You
Get
know,
tested.
get tested. If you don't want to get tested, use condoms. But if you don't want to use condoms, get tested. So you can have a little bit more fun.
Don't just go get like an HIV test. Oh yeah, I'm good. No, buddy, you need to go get a full panel, like full panel.
There are a lot of free clinics out there that will assist you with that.
They won't give you a full panel. They'll take you for most of the common stuff. They won't give you a full panel.
That is the truth.
You need to pay some money out your pocket for a full panel.
And it is worth it to do the full panel. It really is worth it. That's why I say tell your legislations you want places like Planned Parenthood to stay open. They are not just abortion clinics. They do a lot more than just offer those services. They offer testing at reduced to sometimes free rates that you can actually go in and get the sexual health education that you need in order to live your best life.
Many moons ago, I had a neighbor who was a stripper, and I used to smash with her. But for all I know, I couldn't tell you what her name was.
Oh, not even her stripper name.
I don't even remember that.
Oh, it wasn't that good then.
She was fun and
Fuck that! How the hell you forget her name then?
I don't even remember if she ever told it to me. This was during a very drunken couple of years of my life.
Oh, shit, you must have been drunk for the entire time of that life then. But you know, to each his own. Continue with your story.
But I just remember like one day I was coming out the apartment and she was walking by and I talked to her and she was like, okay, cool. And so we linked up like later, I think like 2 nights later. And so for probably a month, whenever she got off work and I wasn't busy,
she'd come over?
I go over there because she was like 2 doors down and smash on the couch and take my ass right back to my place.
Out of curiosity, it was her place, right? But she'd only smash you on the couch?
I wasn't trying to go in the bedroom. I was like, we right here, you looking good, start, go. Like, I'm done.
It's okay. Back. I mean, that was that hint, hurrah, but it's okay.
I spoke to her. It ain't like she was...
You are absolutely correct. She was literally making a business transaction. So, yeah.
I ain't getting no money. I ain't get the wrong one for that kind of situation.
Have you not heard that before that the monetary system came out, it was all bargaining, so... She got what she needed.
Dick, that's all she got from me, so...
That's all she needed from you. But
and
okay.
That's fine. I was that tool situation.
So, well, okay, since we're going to talk about tools, I want to ask, what makes somebody a tool? Because I feel like whenever I hear tools, I generally hear more of the male population is considered a tool rather than females. How do you take that?
I've never even thought of it till that kind of, the way you just put it. From what you were saying before in that previous video, a tool is just when you use somebody. However, in my interpretation of a tool, is when you use somebody for a specific purpose. Like if you need the right tool for the job, right job, you don't go to a big dick guy who can't eat when you say, oh, I need to get ate out, right?
That's correct.
I don't go to a girl who can't give head when I say I want some head. So if I know a girl who loved to give head but she don't want to fuck, whereas I don't feel like trying to smash this girl because I don't like her like that. Now I want to risk having kids with her. If I want some head, I'm going to call her up. So she's the right tool for that job.
Okay.
And vice versa.
Okay.
Like, I know girls who tell me, like, oh, you owe me that. Like, what? They're like, oh, you owe me that dick. Like, oh, okay. And they'll just walk up like, you owe me that today. Like, when I get off work, I'm coming by. Like, okay. But that's when I'm not in a relationship. So, yeah, I've had those kind of situations. It's like, hey, this is what we do, and period. There's no questions behind what we do. And I'm fine with that.
For the most part?
For the most part. In some cases, you may want to, upgrade to a relationship because sex can be really good, especially if that's what you focus on. You get better at knowing what each other does, likes, or wants. But it doesn't mean personally, like your personality matches in that category for other things. So you got to look at that. But so if I'm picking the right tool for the job, then there you go. Whether I'm a guy, she's a girl, for whoever's looking at it. That's how I see a tool situation.
Okay, I get that. I guess whenever I've heard the word tool, it's once again, I'm female, so obviously I'm female. But I guess whenever I heard the word tool, it's generally used towards the male denomination, and it's kind of used in a derogatory term.
Yeah, just referring to a dick. So like saying he's a dick.
Pretty much, right? No, we're not saying he's a dick as, like he's an asshole, he's a bitch, he's a whatever. No, he's a dick. He's a tool, as in I can literally use him, and he doesn't have any say behind it, if that makes sense. All right.
See, that might be from the women's standpoint, because I've never heard that reference. Now, if we say a John or a sucker or a bitch in reference to a guy, that's when a chick uses a guy for money and whatever else. Like that young lady who was like, she wants a guy to go ahead and pay for her nails all the time. That guy would be a sucker.
Right,
you know?
Or he'd be a sugar daddy. You never know.
Anyhow you look at it.
He might be one or the other or both.
That ain't nobody from my camp. None of my boys, we don't play that shit. So,
You're right.
But that's the difference of
so
person and shit.
Look, I'll put it this way. I've known some females, and I've asked them for tips because I want to know how they do what they do without having to do anything. You know?
Oh, trust me, I know females who do that.
Exactly.
Stuff,
and I'm like,
especially like these girls now with the OnlyFans.
You keep mentioning this OnlyFans. What is an OnlyFans?
Only.
Only? O-L?
Only.
Only.
Fans.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Gotcha.
So it's like Patreon used to be, except now the company only takes like $2 or whatever, and whatever you subscribe to the person for the month, you get access to whatever they make.
That is true. Yeah.
I'm sorry. There's free porn sites. Why am I paying you?
Because, and I will say this. Okay, hold on.
Because
this is going to help for our next conversation. All right, so our next video is going to be anime recommendations, all right? So I will say this. There is a niche for every type of thing that you are interested in, whether it be sexually or just be something you're interested in.
No, if you want to pay somebody for OnlyFans, do your thing.
Right.
But I know free sites to show me everything I want to see.
You're right. But there's not as many sites that will show you anime-related pornography. And by that, I mean, hold up. Yes, you can always find somebody that might take your anime. Like, there's enough Pokemon-related pornos,
there are full hentai sites.
Exactly. And there's enough people who have painted their skin blue and called themselves Smurfs and had sex on camera. Okay? But to find the quality of photos that you might find from some of these, members only Patreons or whatever videos or just photo shoots, you won't find that on Pornhub. And don't tell me you do, because I'm going to have to ask you for that link.
Somebody said yes, you do.
Alright? Because, I don't know. There's a difference. So, like, yes, you might be able to find them on I'm going to start letting go some of my sites real quick. RedTube, Pornhub.
You talking about the standard sites everybody
of course,
mama
but
know
some people don't know, like xhamster.com.
That's old.
Shit, me, it's still good. Old but good, man. And so you have your sites that still have your categories and upgrade to a premium membership. All right.
I ain't doing none of that.
Are you paying for that?
Not a damn penny.
See, I know I can make some fucking money if I get on. Anyways,
there's people's OnlyFans in here.
These are the OnlyFans?
No, their OnlyFans be in here too.
I'm not paying for none of these bitches. But if she making money, I could definitely make some fucking money.
You talking about that one?
Yeah, I'm talking about that
one.
Oh,
yeah, that's just bad.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, but
anyhow, so I'm just saying, there's some of these bitches in here that they can make some money. I can definitely make some fucking millions off of that. Anyway, but I feel like people take advantage of the servers that they have, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I think you should, if you are able to find a niche that works to your capabilities, then you might as well. First of all, what fucking Walmart is she in?
I don't know, but damn.
Because I need that whole Walmart disinfected before I go out my house again. He going all the way off. Beep, hitting the bell. Beep, beep. I need us to get back on topic.
I know this is OnlyFans.
Oh my God. That bitch has a dick. You know what? I'm totally game for that lifestyle.
His leg up.
Yeah. That's what happens, man. You just slip your fingers on back.
I can't stop the video.
You can't stop the video? He lying. He totally into it right now.
My ears are hot.
His
My ears are hot.
Uh-huh. All right. I personally feel like a lot of these Instagram...
I died. He put his leg up so quick.
A lot of these Instagram models, okay, they find a niche. They find people who want to see them in certain outfits, want to see them in certain poses, want to see them with certain people. I've seen so much Steven Universe porn that it don't make no sense. Yes. And
well, you watch hentai and stuff on the regular.
I do, but I've seen Steven Universe, enacted by real people. All right, and there's some people who are on
Will the stream
point.
be up after? Yeah, it'll be up after we're done. Some guys are subscribing to BBW Midgets OnlyFans. Tell me where you find that.
BBW Midgets. We're reading the comments. We should be reading the comments.
BBW OnlyFans.
Tell me you will find that at. I'm gonna let you know.
I'm going to message you personally.
Check your DMs.
I don't know where you find BBW. I've never even looked at OnlyFans as a site. But I've seen OnlyFans content.
I have only one person that I follow as an OnlyFan, and he's Ismail. Right? Because
I should make one. Be like, look, fuck it.
I mean, you might find your niche, right? I've been telling Chipmunk we need to do a OnlyFans because we'll hit all the categories on the way down. I'm just saying. We hit the left side and the right side, Democrats and the Republicans, whatever they need, we got it, all right? So, I mean, hey photographer, what's up? So I've seen a little bit of everything that everybody wants. So there's a niche for everybody is what I say. And I will stick to that. Everybody has a niche that they want. So you could date people.
He said it ain't me.
Lies! I don't believe that. You know you want it for yourself. But it's okay though. We don't judge. Not here, not out loud, not at least on camera. We don't judge. All right. I just thought of some random tags. Oh my goodness. I'm interested to see those tags, to be completely honest.
So wait, now I know. Well, I'm not gonna put people on blast, but I know people out there who have like gigs of porn from old school porn, and so all this new stuff that people do. Wait. We're not going to jump back to porn. We're going to finish off the dating a hoe. Like I say, I've had a past. Everyone has a past, no matter how many or how few. You just have to be smart about who you're dealing with. I know it bothers me to think that a homie smashed a chick that I'm talking to. I can't vibe with that.
I mean, it's true, because even in the female sector, we don't share our menfolk.
Well, now... The hypocrite in me will say that there are women who like to have threesomes. Now, I'm fine with dealing with a girl who wants to have threesomes and she wants me to pull a homie for a threesome. But I'm not going to date that girl.
Hold on. Let me backtrack. You said you're totally fine with pulling a homie for a threesome?
Yes.
You are one of the rare unicorns indeed, because I know enough men who will never share a female with another man, but be begging on their hands and knees for another woman to come into that bedroom, which is selfish as shit. All right? I'm just saying. Because as far as I'm concerned, as the female partner, you are asking me to allow you to essentially cheat in front of me and bite my tongue the whole way through, but I have to be an active participant?
You see what he said.
Nah, son, BBW Homemade is where I hang mostly. Alright, Charles, go ahead, boo. Whatever you like.
You made her day, because she got mad at me because I was like, I'm not big on the BBWs.
Shit. You just missing out. Yeah, that's right. Stay quiet. Alright, he just missing out. I'm not going to be hurt by it. I got somebody that loves it on a regular. Hey. Alright. Shut your ass up, Pap Smear. I'll never forget this name. Alright, but moving along.
So,
we were somewhere with this conversation. Threesomes?
But, yeah, so like I say, and I don't think that makes her a hoe. That just makes her somebody I can't date. Because I'm fine with it all being about pleasing her.
Mm-hmm.
So I can pull a homie like, yo, you. Matter of fact, there's somebody who kind of wants me to pull one for them now. BBW's is life, my dude. God damn it.
Thanks, Charles.
Y'all so special.
Are we?
Yes. Anywho, but someone wants me to see about pulling somebody for them, so that they can have that kind of fun. And I mean, everybody's in this quarantine situation. Otherwise, I could have been arranged it for them. But
I mean, that's one hell of a way to spend a quarantine, though.
I'm not gonna ask you on camera. If we're gonna ask that, I'm gonna ask you on a different video. Let's go ahead and wrap this one up. We're fine. He's laughing too. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up on final thoughts. Would you date a hoe? I'm gonna go with it depends. If they're done being a hoe, potentially, and depending on who they smashed, and if we're still in the same area of all the people that they have smashed. If they're still trying to be a hoe, definitely not.
I personally would not date a hoe. Maybe if that was his past life, that's a different story. But like he said, if he's still living his best life, then
wait. For the record, for you, how many past partners is too many for you?
I never ask questions because anytime I ask,
how do you know if he's a hoe?
I don't know if he's a hoe. I know if he's a hoe if he's still consistently doing it. That's when he becomes a hoe. So it's more of a past, present, or future tense. Yeah.
The current and future. Okay.
Yeah. So if it was his past and he's ready to be faithful to me, then we can definitely date. That's no problem. But if he thinks that, he can have his cake and eat it too, then bitch, you about to get diabetes. All right. I'm talking about DKA. All right. Ketoacidosis, my Negro. You ain't about to fuck with me and think you about to have all this shit. Wow. So, yeah, I said that.
With that being said, we have to wrap this now.
We are wrapping it up.
I want to thank you again for coming to the channel. Of course, check out all the previous videos.
Thank you.
And check with us on the No Kids Allowed, on the Spivey Talks channel. In about 3 minutes, we should be going live on that channel for a final video for the night on anime recommendations.
Anime recommendations, definitely something I can talk on.
Yay! You're gonna say yay. All right.
Yay.
Until next time.
Bye, Charles. Hope I see you then.
Come over to the Spivey Talks channel. We're about to do a video there.
Night.
And we're done here.